workshop as well. Got it. Brilliant. So yeah, I wanted today to ask everybody to take a few minutes while we wait for people to come into the call as well before we get truly started. Consider what have been the benefits for you of being a part of Feast for the Soul. I'd love you just to take a couple of moments, just tune in yourself, just if you need to close your eyes or whatever you need, just connecting with your heart perhaps, and asking now, what have been the benefits of being part of the feast this year to date? And you know, there are so many benefits that can come from being part of this community and doing these practices that we do every day. And so they could be physical benefits, maybe emotional benefits, mental or spiritual benefits. So take a few moments and consider now, maybe the physical benefits, what are they? Did you notice anything changing as we go into this third week? And we're going to look at the chat. Oh, Sarah's put it in the chat, which is brilliant. What have been the benefits for you in regard to being a part of the Feast for the Soul so far? That's our question that we're just contemplating as you're joining us. And I invite you to share it in the chat. Let's have a look and see, how does it benefit us to join up every day and meditate or do a simple spiritual practice together? So we have better connection with myself and others, keeping me consistent and happy, learning about new practices, being in a community, being present in the sacred space, becoming calmer, less judgmental, discipline and self-care, feeling the support, slowing down, feeling blessed to begin today. Somebody has said there, that's beautiful. The exposure to many different meditators and types of meditations. It's increased my time in meditation. How lovely is that? So if you've just entered, the question we're contemplating is, what benefits have you noticed from being part of Feast for the Soul so far? It can be mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional, whatever. I'd like you to consider the question. Feel into the answer. Somebody here says a bit more loving, calm. Somebody who says she prefers meditating with a community because she lives alone, feeling more content at being at home in the snowy weather. And I can see that we have somebody who's in for the first time, and you're so, so welcome. Consistent practice that keeps me getting from getting emotionally reactive, less anxiety about a loved one's illness, structure, opening my heart, especially to myself, seeing all of your beautiful faces, much happier, deepening my practice, being a part of a community, feeling connected with this community. So again, Sarah's reiterated the question, what spiritual benefits have you noticed so far from being part of Feast for the Soul this time round? We're just starting our third week. Honoring my body rather than taking it for granted, being kinder to me, commitment, consistent, self-care. That's probably consistent, I'd say. Setting time for me to think about others, feeling more centered and grounded, community with a capital U and compassionate heart. Beautifully written, Rena. Honoring my commitment to my care. It's like a wonderful anchor to begin my day. I love starting my day with the Sangha, and I love all of the teachers. Slowing down reminder of choices. A place to pause and pay attention. To be part of a group. Centered, yet even more universally in touch. Living in presence, one moment at a time. Expanding my community and experiences with different practices. Like the answers are just flowing in the chat. I don't know if you're looking at them, but I'm like, wow, there's 50 more messages. And I could spend the whole day, the whole of this session I could spend now reading the chat to you. So I'll probably leave it here, but I just want you to know that there's 50 more new messages in the chat that I haven't even got to, which are the answers from this community when we asked the question at the beginning, what are some of the benefits that you've noticed, whether they were material or physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, anything that you've experienced as a result of it. I think the overarching one that's coming through to me here is the sense of being calm and being part of a community. And that's why you're here. Okay. So what I wanted to do was, now that you see the huge spectrum of benefits of coming here as in the Sangha, doing our practice every day, if there's one of those that maybe you haven't experienced yet, I want you to choose one. Choose one that you haven't experienced yet. One of these benefits, there's loads to choose from in the chat. And take that into your heart, and we're going to set an intention for this week, that over the course of this week, you will receive that benefit merely by showing up and being disciplined and coming back every single day. So what's it going to be? What are you going to choose as your intention? It's lovely to take the time before meditating to set an intention for yourself, for your practice, for your life, and then recommit to that intention at the end of the practice when you're feeling very receptive. So I invite you now to take another couple of moments. What benefit that you haven't experienced so far that you would like to experience would you like to set as your intention for this week? I have to give it a little bit of thought myself. Feeling blessed and grateful. Revolutionary. Wow, there's some amazing things written in this chat. I encourage you to share the chat today. If you know how to do it, we can talk about it at the end. So now that you've chosen one, maybe you want to just feel more peace. Maybe your intention is more fun. Something that you feel you could definitely benefit from. Now that you've found that intention, I want you just to softly close your eyes. Imagine you were holding those words, whatever that intention is, in your hands. And now you're putting your hands against your heart, and you're just really putting it into your heart space now. Feel those words. If it's fun, if it's peace, focus, expansion, creativity, emotional resilience, more mindful. Take your pick and then bring it into your heart through your hands by connecting your hands with your heart. And say it in a short, positive, present moment statement. I am, and that quality. I am calm. I am focused. I am peaceful. And whatever it is, that's going to be your mantra in the practice today as well. So maybe you want to make a note of it, or maybe you'll just trust that you remember it at the time, but we'll use whatever it is you'd like to create more of as your mantra today in that part of the practice. You can release your hands and release all of those questions now. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And let that breath go. Noticing the sound of your breath now in its natural state. Welcoming all of the sounds. Notice the sounds in the distance. Then drawing your attention back to the immediate environment that you're occupying and noticing the local sounds. Remember that sound is never a barrier to your practice. Even if you get distracted by a sound, all I need you to do is to just gently bring your attention back to your heart, back to your breath, back to the practice. You're simply breathing in and you're breathing out. There's nowhere to go now. There is nothing to do. Simply breathe. As you are. Now I invite you to softly close your eyes, making sure that you're comfortable. Remember, comfort is key. Make any adjustments that you need so you can really settle into connecting with that still and silent part of you. Allow your shoulders to be soft and your belly and your mouth and your jaw. Relax your mouth and your jaw, breathing naturally through the nose if that's good. Observing your breath again. Is your breath changing in any way? Is it loud or faint? Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? And however you experience your breath, you don't have to resist it or change it in any way. Just allow your focus to soften. And let your breath now take your attention inward. Connect with the temperature of your breath. If it's cold, where it's warm. And move with that sensation of your breath through your nose or your mouth. Moving your attention inward, noticing the subtle expansion with each breath in. Notice if you're breathing a little deeper, maybe your belly is expanding with each breath in. And now consciously choose to extend the exhale, breathing all the way out. And feel that natural impulse where you breathe in again. The breath is always in this moment. It's your anchor to right here, right now. Maintaining your attention on the inward breath this time. Feel a subtle contraction as you breathe out. and expansion as you breathe in. The gentle movement of each breath. Allow your awareness to rest at your heart space now in the center of your chest. And imagine the qualities of your heart, the inherent qualities in everybody's heart are love, compassion, peace. It's always there. What are the qualities of your heart? Feel each quality that comes to mind. And remember, there's a choice point to be more loving, to be kinder, to connect with the more peaceful part of us. And we get to choose. So choose now whichever quality feels right for you. And for the next few minutes, just focus on that quality, allowing it to expand even more by your attention and awareness of it. Expanding the quality that you've chosen from your heart, and send it now to every cell in your body. Choosing to send whatever it is, more love, more compassion or kindness, or peace, to your bones, to your organs, to your muscles, all the way out to the tips of your fingers and toes, to the top of your head. Imagine you're filling yourself up now from the wellspring at your heart. And we're going to transition now into the mantra practice. So as we did at the beginning, you get to choose your mantra today. It's the quality that you would like to create more of. So you'll repeat this mantra beginning with I am, and then whatever quality you'd like to experience more of from your practice. I am calm. I am peaceful. I feel connected. I am focused. I am detached, or I am content. There's so many to choose from. Choose now and begin the repetition silently of this mantra while I watch the time. And whenever you notice your attention drifts away from your mantra, come back gently. Remember, the repetition is gentle and relaxed. You don't have to force or concentrate too hard, so it's natural for your attention to drift. Come back again and again. I am, and the quality that you'd like to create more of. Release the repetition of the mantra now, and simply bask in your own stillness and silence. in the sacred, beautiful being that you are. Rest here. Observe the silence, the stillness, the calm. And as we start to draw this practice to a close, let's take a long, slow, deep breath in together. And as you exhale and let that breath go, let go the whole practice now. I want to end this practice with a quote, which goes like this: before you speak, ask yourself this question: will your words improve the silence? Before you speak, ask yourself this question: will your words improve the silence? So checking in with your heart, how do you feel now? I think it's really important at the end of the practice to notice the benefits. And that's how we began the practice today. We considered the benefits that we've been getting by showing up each day at the Feast for the Soul and showing up for our practice. All of those benefits are in the chat. So as we prepare to let this whole meditation go now, take another long, slow, deep breath in. This time you can start to move your physical body by just extending your arms out, opening up your chest across your heart. You know, you filled it with those qualities of the heart, and you allow those qualities to spread like a warm honey to every cell in your being, right out to the tips of your toes, top of your head, tips of your fingers. And do whatever it takes to stretch gently back in to the environment that you're occupying. Take all the time you need. Remember, at the end of every practice, to integrate is really, really important. So you never want to jar yourself out of your practice and jump up and start doing stuff. Take a few minutes. And as we do so, I want to share some more lovely words from the Andrew Newberg, who I quoted earlier. I think this is a lovely one too, that he says, choose your words wisely because they will influence your happiness, your relationships, and your personal wealth. Any form of negative rumination, for example, worrying about your financial future or your health, will stimulate the release of destructive neurochemicals. So Andrew Newberg is a neuroscientist. He's the author of a book that we studied in the McLean Teacher Academy, the Meditation Teacher Academy, called How to Know God. So some of you may be familiar with it. But you know, we have that choice point. We all get to choose. And meditation, I think, personally, gives you that little bit more spaciousness before jumping in. You know, we get to just maybe take a short pause or just step slightly back and maybe choose a more compassionate or a different response. So I really hope that you enjoyed the practice today. If anybody would like to share what their intention for this week is, we'd love to hear it.